Good evening. So, for the today's topic for discussion is criminal force and assault against a woman. That is section 74 to 79 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. So, first of all, what is criminal force? Section 128 of BNS tells that whoever intentionally uses force to any person without that person's consent in order to the committing of any offense or intending by the use of such force to cause or knowing it to be likely that by the use of such force he will cause injury, fear or annoyance to the person to whom the force is used, and that is used to be said use of criminal force to that other person. Now we'll see what is assault. So assault is defined in section 129 of BNS. It says that whoever makes any gesture or any preparation intending or knowing it to be likely that such gesture or preparation will cause any person present to apprehend that he who makes that gesture or preparation is about to use criminal force to that person is said to commit an assault. Now, we will look into what Section 74 deals with. Section 74 says that assault or criminal force to women with intent to outrage her modesty. It says whoever assaults or uses criminal force to any woman intending to outrage or knowing it to be likely that he will thereby outrage her modesty shall be punished with an imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 1 year, but which may extend to 5 years, and shall also be liable to fine. It is a non-cognizable, non-bailable, and non-compoundable offense. Now, let's move to Section 75. Section 75 talks about sexual harassment. A man committing any of the following acts, that is, first, physical contact and advances involving unwelcome and explicit sexual overtures, or second, a demand or request for sexual favors, third, showing pornography against the will of a woman, or fourth, making sexually colored remarks, shall be guilty of the offense of sexual harassment. The punishment for the offense specified in clause 1 or clause 2 or clause 3 of subsection 1 shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. The punishment for the offence specified in clause 4 of the subsection 1 shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine, or with both. This offence is a cognizable, bailable, and non-compoundable offence. Now, let's move to section 76, which says that an assault or use of criminal force to women with intent to disrobe. Here, whoever assaults or uses criminal force to any woman or abets such act with the intention of disrobing or compelling her to be naked shall be punished with the imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 3 years, but which may also extend to 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. This is a cognizable, non-bailable, and non-compoundable offense. Now, let's move to section 77, which talks about voyeurism. Here, whoever watches or captures the image of a woman engaging in a private act in circumstances where she would usually have the expectations of not being observed either by the preparator or by any other persons at the behest of the preparator, or disseminates such image shall be punished on the first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 1 year, but which may also extend to 3 years, and it is also be liable to fine, and to be punished on a second or subsequent convictions with imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 3 years, but which may also extend to 7 years, and also will be liable to fine. This is a cognizable, non-bailable, and non-compoundable offense. Again, we'll move to section 78, which talks about stalking. So any man who first follows a woman and contacts or attempts to contact such women to foster personal interactions repeatedly despite a clear indication of disinterest by such women, or second, monitors the use by women of the internet, email, or any other form of electronic communications which commits the offense of stalking. The punishment for this section is, on first conviction, with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or it shall be also liable to fine. And on a second or subsequent convictions, with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years, and it shall also be liable to fine. This is a cognizable, bailable, and non-compoundable offense. Now, moving on to section 79, it talks about words, gestures, or act intended to insult the modesty of a woman. Whoever intending to insult the modesty of any woman utters any words, makes any sound or gesture, or exhibits any object in any form, intending that such word or sound shall be heard, or that such gesture or object shall be seen by such women, or intrudes upon the privacy of such women, shall be punished with a simple imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, and also with fine. This is a cognizable, bailable, and compoundable. Now, let's look into the comparative analysis between Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 and the Indian Penal Code 1860. So, with respect to the criminal force and assault against women, there is no change in the sections 74, 75, 78, and 79 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 with respect to the corresponding Indian Penal Code 1860 sections, except for the section numbers. However, under section 76 and 77 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, the word any man has been changed to whoever, including both men and women. Thank you and have a nice day.